Hey everyone, are you ready for some action? Lucas quickly radios Mike and the others. The energy department is looking for trouble. He quickly tells them to get out, then blindly runs to the window and sees a suspicious maintenance truck. Mike runs to ask his mum if someone was called for repairs, and more identical maintenance trucks roll up to his house. Dustin hurriedly they need to evacuate ASAP, escaping through the back door with she, only to face Brenna chasing after them. Three duck into an alley, dodging bushes like a movie. Yet, energy department cars follow closely. At this crucial moment, she activates her power and escapes. They flee to an abandoned lot in the woods, like hide and seek. Lucas suddenly realizes he misjudged she, cheerfully apologizes, and reconciles with Mike, then describes the lab environment. It's like a fortress. He guesses the Upside Down's entrance is in the lab. Suddenly, a helicopter appears. The four hide their bikes under an abandoned bus. Battle looms. They hide in the car while Hopper and Joyce recap everything happening. And Hopper recalls when he broke into the lab and found some mad scientist experiments. There's a kid's room inside that looks more like a jail. He also spots a drawing by a child, depicting an adult and a kid. It says 11. The drawing is simple, and Joyce shows Wills. Hopper thinks his artist is better. Joyce is sure the lab kid isn't Will. Hopper recalls a short-haired kid at his diner before Benna's death. He thought that was Will at first, then realized there's a woman named Terry who sued Brenna for her lost daughter and got caught up in this whole but her lawsuit went nowhere. Hopper thought he was searching for Will, but he might be after another kid instead. They then track down Terry, trying to figure out what happened to her kid and her connection with Brenna, but she's completely mum. She looks like she's gone a little loopy. Her sister tells the duo that Terry participated in a brain control experiment back in the 50s. The goal was to expand human brain potential. While participating, she was dosed with a ton of drugs and thrown into a saltwater tank to float. The experiment left her with no sense or sight. What a super mess. The kicker? Terry didn't even know she was pregnant and lost a baby in her last 3 months. Then her mind just shattered. She made up a kid and named her sister, saying she's special, not your average kid who might have some superpowers. She's got telepathy and mind control. It's like something out of a movie. That guy snatched sister away. Her sister checked into it. The hospital has no birth certificate, and the docs all confirmed she had a miscarriage, so her sister thinks Terry's lost it. Meanwhile, Nancy couldn't sleep a wink last night. After that scare, every time she closes her eyes, she envisions that monster. Will and Barbara might be trapped there. She's obsessively thinking about finding them. Remembering last night's sighting of the monster, it was eating a deer. It's a meat eater. Nancy suddenly realizes that deer was also injured. The monster showed up because it smelled blood. To rescue the missing duo, they decide to lure out that creature. Jonathan and Nancy gear up, collecting some equipment and ammo. When they walk out of the shop, Nancy hears someone spreading rumors about her. And that someone is Steve. He's salty after seeing Nancy with Jonathan last night, and she can't help but slap him. Faced with Steve's accusations, Nancy has no explanation. Steve sees Jonathan behind her and his anger spikes. Jonathan grits his teeth at Steve's shoving and taunts, but when Steve brings up his mom and brother, he loses it. With one punch to Steve's face, the two start grappling, but Steve is no match for Jonathan, who quickly takes him down. It isn't until the cops break them up that Jonathan gets arrested for accidentally hitting an officer, while Steve and his buddies escape. Hopper and Joyce return to the station and see their son in handcuffs. Joyce demands the officer to take them off, but he refuses. Because Jonathan assaulted an officer and dangerous items were found in his car, Hopper demands an explanation. Jonathan confesses the plan with Nancy about the monster. Joyce chastises him for risking his life, saying they shouldn't handle this alone. It's a ruckus outside. It's Troy's mom bringing in her injured son, claiming a kid broke Troy's arm. What a commotion. Hopper has no time to deal, so he sends the officer to take a statement and move on. But when he hears Troy mention the girl with superpowers, he perks right up. Troy says the girl hangs out with Mike and the gang. Hopper rushes to Mike's house, only to find the energy department has already sealed it off. Nancy's worried. Parents, Mike want to check, but Hopper stops her, saying they must hide Nancy's involvement from the energy department. At least they haven't found Mike yet. Jonathan thinks of a way since Will often uses the walkie-talkie to contact Mike, so they head home to retrieve Will's walkie. Meanwhile, Mike hears Nancy's voice coming through the walkie but, being cautious, thinks it might be a trap. Nancy might have been captured by the energy department. Hopper tells Mike they know about 11 and can help, so Mike decides to trust him. They relay Nancy's location to Mike, and Mike updates Nancy on the situation. Just then, the energy department shows up, and the four quickly hide. They spot the bikes under the car, preparing to search the area. Hopper acts swiftly to arrive in time, knocking them out one by one and taking care of the rest. Wellborn spots Eleven's trail and promptly dispatches a large squad to chase her down and corner her. At a crucial moment, 11 uses her powers to evade capture. With Hopper's help, the kids get back home safely, and Mike fills everyone in on everything. 11 reveals the upside-down entrance is underneath the lab, and Hopper confirms it's really there, because he has seen it with his own eyes. Joyce and Nancy ask 11 to reach Will and Barbara in the upside down, but she's too exhausted and not being able to help bums her out. The three explain that using her powers weakens her. The more she uses, the more tired she gets. It's like a cooldown on skills needing rest, a bit like a failed game challenge. While washing her face, 11 suddenly spots the bathtub behind her. An idea sparks.